CompX International. Another low market cap, rarely traded stock. Had an explosion in April. Kind of want to know what that's about. Oh wow, it's an old company too. Been around all the way since '98. And I wonder if this was a .com unicorn. I mean, it definitely looks like it took a tumble with the rest of them, although not that bad. Well, actually, yes, that bad. In 2000. This is an interesting history. This is an interesting history because in 20 plus years, in what, 23 years, you can argue it's gone nowhere. Right now, it's actually it's the closest to where it had started trading right now than any time since September of 2000. Think about how crazy that is. Oh, they do have a dividend. That's something, I guess. Why are these articles yelling at me? Compared to 32.3 million of the quarter. Ooh, these are nice quarterly numbers, actually. Year over year is unimpressive, but quarterly is impressive. In fact, I would like to see. Man, you know, I wish it showed you the quarterlies for more than just the last 4 quarters, because I'd like to compare this growth with how the quarterlies looked for these 3 years. Is there a way to find that? There's gotta be. What about financials? No, it's not going to give it to me. Wants me to pay for Yahoo Finance Plus. Yeah, that's not friggin' happening. I don't want to know what you think is the fair value simpleton Wall Street, because you're gonna bring out all these weird math things that I don't even know if you have where you even got them from. No, wait. Why are you jumping around? I was reading that. Sell security products and recreational marine components? That sounds like the two very different businesses to be in. Mechanical and electrical cabinet locks and other locking mechanisms. Using, oh, this is like, I've looked at another lock company. This is like that one. What's the marine one? Stainless steel exhaust components, exhaust pipes, mufflers. How is that marine? How is that marine? I don't know. So I kind of want to give this. I want to give this a buy because I like that. I like those. Oh, I didn't mean to click that chart. Because I like. Because I like that quarterly growth, but I don't know how that compares to the historical, and that's kind of an important piece of the puzzle here, I think. Because can I go back and see something akin to that in previous years just for it to fall off again? Or am I going to see well actually no, that's not what I mean. Am I gonna see am I gonna oh, you know what? Hold on. I have a better way of explaining this. Wait, stand by. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. So if I have, let's say this is my chart, right? Let's say um this is 2017, this is 2018, this is 2019, this is 2020, and we got some 2021 over on the edge here. Let's say this is the quarterly. So, you know, you can have 4 bars here. Yes, those are bars. You have 4 bars here. You get the idea. So, kind of what I'm wondering is, let's say that you have kind of like a rough, stable set of bars that go to around here for these 3 years, right? So not much growth. I mean, they have earnings, but there's not a whole lot of growth going on here, right? So that's those 3 years, and then you get to 2020. Okay, let's say quarter 1 is down a little bit, and then quarter 2 is horrendous. Then quarter 3 is a little less horrendous. Then quarter 4 is a little less horrendous. And then by quarter 1 of 2020, you're back to roughly the same level that you were at prior to COVID happening. Now that gives a little more context to these quarters where it looks like just a steady rise all the time overall, because sure, it's rising, but it's rising back to where it was before. Is it gonna stay there? Is it gonna start to stagnate again at this number? Let's say it's, well, I don't know what it was, but is it gonna start to stagnate again at this number? I don't know. But this kind of context would give clues to that. Now, if, for example, let me get rid of some of this stuff. If, for example, you know, it had those, and I think because the yearly numbers for these 3 years were pretty consistent, I think this is probably what the quarters did actually look like for these 3 years. But then you get into 2020, okay? Now, if I was able to look at this, and the context that I find is this, instead of what I showed before, then hell yeah, I'm gonna want to buy this company. They apparently did something, and while the rest of the world was, you know, fighting a pandemic, they apparently did something in 2020 that made them amazing. I don't know what that would be, but if they had to have done something to make these numbers bump up like that. So it's a question of if it's a question that if I was to get a quarterly chart of the last 4 years, would it look like this, or would it look like this? And then, you know, kind of stagnate from there onward, you know, like that and then that. I don't know, and that's the question that I'm left not having answered. So, do I want to save this masterpiece? No, I don't think so. So that's kind of the question that I was hoping to have answered, but I unfortunately did not. So, without that, I will have to resign myself to giving this not a buy, not a sell, but a hold for CIX. Certainly hope you enjoyed my fantastical artwork.